Okay, I have another question. In the 12 weeks of fighting, 1% of Gazans have been killed. We're talking about 22,000 people. 70% are women and children. We saw yesterday that Israel was able to go after Hamas leaders with precision, a surgical attack in Lebanon that killed Saleh al-Arouri. Do you think this war could have been conducted differently to spare the lives of women and children who have been considered collateral damage?
I will say that, first of all, I would agree that far too many civilians have been killed in this conflict. You've heard me say that. You've heard the Secretary say that. You've heard the President speak to this. I would also agree that there are additional things that Israel could do to protect civilian lives, and we have had very direct, very candid conversations with them about that. You've seen us make some of those additional steps that we think they should take. We've made those public, and there are other things that we have raised privately that we think they can do and that they should do. And we have seen them take a number of steps to try to minimize civilian life, and we will encourage them to continue to do more. But I will come back to the fact that this is a difficult situation precisely because Hamas does continue to hide behind civilians and embed itself in apartment buildings and in hospitals and schools, which makes this military campaign very difficult to conduct, none of which is to any way lessen the burden that's on Israel. It has a burden to do everything it can to protect civilian casualties, and we continue to have conversations with them about how they can best do that.
Thank you, Matt. Quick follow-up on that, and I have Ukraine-related questions. At what percentage does the Secretary believe that Hamas has already been defeated by now and is ready or willing to surrender?
I wouldn't want to put a percentage on it from here. Israel has said that they have killed a number of Hamas fighters. They've killed, I don't know their latest assessment of how many thousand they've killed, as well as a certain level of the leadership. But obviously the campaign goes on. There are a number of the top leadership who have not been, who continue to operate and continue to plan terrorist attacks from Gaza. So I will leave it to the Israelis to assess where they are in their battlefield objectives.
Also, do you expect the Secretary to discuss establishing potential interim government to take over, either run by Egypt or other countries?
I don't want to preview specific conversations that he will have here, but I will say that generally we will discuss the need for a combined governance that unites the West Bank and Gaza under Palestinian leadership. But what the specifics look like, I will keep for private diplomatic conversations.